What's up, everyone? Today we have an SRM-210 Echo straight shaft weed eater. I don't know anything about it except it's on the table and it's not running apparently. So let's go through a couple things just to make sure. I don't know if that's a really good compression or just something stuck in a bad engine. There's definitely something there. How about I put you up there? We take off the side cover here. No air filter. I'm gonna put you up there. Actually, let me do something else. I took the plug out. It is exactly the one it recommends, so that's good. I literally saw a feather come out. Or something that resembles a feather. This is Marvel Mystery Oil. And you turn this over very slowly. I have no idea when the last time this ran, so this at least will help us with the top end. Since this is all plastic, I don't want to take it off. I'm just going to assume that there's spark. So let's put the plug back in. And then we'll come back and we'll put a little fuel down the center of the throat of the carburetor. In here is a mixture of 2-cycle fuel. Just going to put it down the center with the throttle open. Something happened. Let's give it a yank. Well, we know it'll run. So let's take off the carb and see what happens. Now, a long time ago, I bought a carb for a different Echo. This is a JIS screwdriver. It has a dot on the screw, so we're using the right screwdriver. Anyway, and this style carb is different than the old one, if I remember correctly. And I had accidentally bought the old style, so I'm hoping I still have that. If not, we'll have to clean it. Luckily, I think I have all the gaskets for it. Well, the diaphragm, not the gaskets. The gaskets usually don't pose too much of a problem. Usually. They can surprise you, don't worry. There we go. There we go. That should just come right out. Now this style has like this big handle on the front of it, so it kind of makes working on it a tad difficult. And I can see the grommets already crap, so we'll have to get a new grommet anyway. I think I have some anyway. And these fuel lines are so petrified. They're practically on their way to becoming the fuel that used to go through them. Yeah. That shouldn't happen. Ooh. Look at that. We're just going to throw that away. And let's go to the carb station. No such luck. But it's okay. More dots, some more GIS. I buy these big packs of these diaphragms, so I'm hoping that's all we really need to do besides a good cleaning. Well, and the grommet with fuel lines and a fuel filter, but I usually buy those in bulk anyway. And if I don't, I have one that was meant for a mantis, which, if you're unaware, mantis is basically an echo. So yeah, this one right here. I don't remember if this is the one that has that weird little brass piece that goes on this. I don't know what it is, to be honest, but let's find out. Am I missing one? Okay, let's see here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. What are we missing? Nothing, it's just really on there. There we go. Okay. Oh, it is. Okay, good. Right there. That little piece. It just came off of my hand. Will come off if you don't catch that. In fact, I would highly recommend always taking it off, because if you clean it and trying to leave it on there, you probably will not be successful. But if you don't put it back on there, it won't run. Now, putting it back on there is not the easiest task. And sometimes they are like a brass color. This one's more of like a metallic gray. That's disgusting. Just throw that away right now. It even smells horrible in there. Now, they trick you. They put a screw right here too. I do not put this plastic piece in the ultrasonic cleaner. I do, however, want to calmly and carefully take that off and put it somewhere clean. And just kind of double check the condition of it. It's not too bad. I'll probably take an air compressor and blow on it. Not in the little holes, but on them. Okay, here we go. Put my thumb on this, because there's just the spring behind it. Will sometimes eject it off. You don't want that to happen. Now, There's this tiny little plug. I need to take that out. I need to go get some tools though. They make a tool for this. I don't have it, but let's just try it with a pick. Basically, this is Echo's way of making sure you can't adjust it. Little dog is upset. I'm gonna do some time and just take that out. Oh man, that was way too much effort. Anyway, small screwdriver, we're gonna count the turns in. We have half. No. That's a half. That's one. We're one turn out. There we go. I don't know the 100% necessity of taking this out, but I've had a lot of success doing it this way, so I always like to take it out. A couple times that this screw, because it's brass, has been so mangled that I can't get it out, and it works, but it just works a whole lot better like this. So I'm going to put all this in the ultrasonic cleaner, and we'll be back. All done. So now, let us put the needle and spring and arm back on. It's probably the trickiest part, so we'll do that first. There we go. So the factory, I'm sure, tries to make it as lean as possible. That's not, in my opinion, the best route. So we're going to do like 1 1/8 turns out on that needle. We're taking off the old diaphragm and keeping the gasket. And we have a new diaphragm right here. There we go. There we go. Now take this and we'll put it back on. I'll blow that on that real quick. And then we take that, set that down. Get a new bulb. Actually, no. Almost made a mistake. We're gonna definitely want to put this back in first. Now this is RTV. That's I should have taken off earlier. It should be fine. And I'm not going to bother to put that other piece in. Yeah, maybe later. Okay, so that's half. That's 1/8. Let's see how easy it is to put in. Probably not very. Maybe a little left tap. So, tap it, tap it. Actually, it went in. I usually have pretty bad luck with that. Now, let's put this back in. You know you have the right screw when it fits perfectly inside that little crevice. Okay, now let's put the bulb on. And now we can do this. We're almost in the home stretch. I hear Garage Dog inside. She didn't want to be a garage dog today, she wanted to be a house dog, so I think now she's regretting that decision. Now, that is the main adjustment. There's another adjustment on this carb. It's a little hard to see. Well, not see, but it's hard to notice. This is usually the tricky part of finessing this on there. Oh. Finesse back. Finesse back. There we go. Sure, there's a tool that makes this easier. Let's try needle nose. Ah. There we go. Man, I hate to be the person that has to do that every day. Okay, screw goes in there. Perfect. Oh, not perfect. The other idle screw is actually down there, down this little hole. I generally don't mess with too much with the idle. I probably will a little bit, but it's not as finicky. I'm going to put the other ones on. This is not lining up very well. Kind of helps sink it down. Wow, that's full drag. Well, it's also not sunk down all the way. Let's see if that helps. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Yeah. Okay. So, unfortunately, there's also that same little plug down there, which is the reason why I don't really do it too often, but let's just double check everything. Seems good. I put the new fuel lines in there. You don't need to see a person struggle. Only demented people need to see that, and I hope that's not you. So, I saved you the torture of watching me struggle, and just did it myself. So we're just going to put this on, and we'll test it out. The fuel lines are not that hard. Put the grommet in, put the lines in, that's it. Don't put the lines in the grommet, then try to put it in the tank. That's really a lot more difficult. It's a lot easier just to put the grommet in, because there's nothing inside the holes. And then just put the fuel lines in, put a little oil on the fuel line, boom, done. So let's put about half a tank of fuel in here. Got the carb on, put a new air filter on. If I could put the gas cap on, it'd be nice. So now we're gonna look and see if we see fuel go into the primer bulb. Probably gonna take a few pumps. Okay, that's good. That's what we want to see right there. Nice full, a good half to almost full primer bulb. Okay, let's give it a shot. Okay, all done. Let's put some choke on. Let's cold start. Switch is on. The exhaust looks pretty decent. I'm not too concerned about being plugged, so let's give it a yank and see what happens. That's not good. It's definitely flooded. Might be that oil. So we're going to turn off the choke. That's kind of the problem when you put oil down a cylinder, but oh well. Give it a couple yanks with the plug out. And because I'm not going to I don't want to have to keep on using the impact to take it out. I'm just going to finger tight it. It's not going to lose that much compression, and I'll just tighten it once it runs a little bit. Same thing. Instantly flooded. Come on, run. Okay, good. Okay, I'm gonna work with this a little bit while you don't have to stare at me. So I got it running a little bit. I had to use a little bit of carb cleaner. Wasn't too happy about that. It's very dry, so it kind of dries out the bottom end. But I realized I think the needle was too lean, so I turned it out about half. Now let's fine tune it. When you tune it, you have to have the filter on for a proper tune. There we are. Let's see if we can get you a little closer to the action. Probably not going to see a lot since my hand's going to probably be in the way, but hopefully not. And head. A little too much. Well, let me finagle. Okay, there we are. Just had to finagle a little bit. Took a little time. Had to turn it all the way back in, try it again, start over. Just some things you have to do. Now, if it wasn't idling well, like I said, you take off the top right here, but it is idling good, so I'm not going to worry too much about that. It could also be a little bit more towards the, if it bogs when you first give it gas. This doesn't seem to be having that problem either, but majority of that problem also can be corrected by the other screw. So yeah, I think this is an Echo that's good to go. I'm just getting cleaned up a little bit. New spark plug, new air filter. Should be ready. Should be a good little machine for someone in the future. So if this has helped you, let me know. Put a comment below. Definitely put a thumbs up. That helps me a lot. And subscribe. I'll catch you on the next one. And have a good evening.